Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are y'all all doing today? I hope you are having an amazing Monday. Okay, I know I am. Before we begin today's topic, please don't forget to like this video. Like it on your way in because you already know you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. Okay, guys, go over to my website, jovibeauty.com. Grab you one of our cute scarves, sweaters, bonnets. We have a lot of cute merchandise. Last but certainly not least, do not forget, you can always do what? Donate to the channel. It is thoroughly appreciated. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, how is everyone doing today? Okay, I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. So, I want to talk to y'all about sitting around in your heartbreak. Okay, you cannot build the life that you want to while you're still sitting around um broken and heartbroken over someone who like didn't give a fuck about you. Okay, so before we go on, remember, subscribe for more real talk from Jovi. Y'all already know. Empowerment and strategies of living your life like it's golden. Okay, because we're over the struggle. Let me look into these comments. How is everyone doing? I told y'all yesterday that me and my homegirl were going to the museum. I told y'all on Friday, right? So that's why I wasn't here, but I've been dropping content consistently. So hopefully y'all have been clicking on my shorts and my videos and supporting your girl, okay? Listen, y'all know my nail is broken. Don't judge me, okay? So, she said the thumbnail got you looking beautiful. You already are. I'm happy to see you on my day off. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Sierra. And Natasha. How are y'all? How are y'all? So look, I have 20 strategies. I was looking, I found some information and I wanted to come and bring it to you because we talk about living our best lives all the time, right? Talking about living our best lives, using people's examples, on what not to do. So I thought, you know what, let's look for some information on how we can get over some of these failed relationships so we can then move on with our lives, move on with living our best lives. You cannot just be stuck in a situation 5, 10 years after having someone playing in your face and in your emotions. You get stuck, you cannot move on, and we're all about moving on and moving up. If you have not noticed, the world is going to shit. I told y'all it was going to shit, and it's fast rolling into a pile of heaping hot manure. Okay, so we need to be able to do what is best for us. And for a lot of women, they're so stuck in a place of hurt, betrayal, whatever, that they cannot climb out of it. So today I'm going to give y'all some tips. I got 20 of them hoes, okay? I done looked it up, okay? I got 20 of them hoes. We're going to go through 20 tips and talk about them and how we can use them, and maybe it'll help one or two of y'all or a couple of y'all, okay, to be able to get over the foolishness. Okay, let me drink my little drink. Um, she said, I'm happier now seeing you guys, seeing all the shorts. I'm digging all the new content directions, collecting where likes. No, thank you. Yes, I am pumping them out. I have a whole, I got them scheduled all the way to next week, and I'm still scheduling them. Okay. We getting the information out there. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. And like I always say, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like to donate to the channel, all the information is listed down below. Someone brought my attention to the fact that some people don't even want to be mentioned if they send me a donation. And I ain't mad at you. I already told y'all, if you want your donation to be anonymous, but you want me to read your comment, just write ANY, capitalized for, anonymous, and I won't mention your name. But if you don't want me to mention the donation at all, that is fine and perfectly okay with me. And just put no SO, no shout out, basically. And then I won't even mention that anybody sent anything. Okay. I understand and I appreciate y'all trying to be incognito. And I'm here for it. Okay. I'm here for it. All right. So let's move on to the topic of today's show. So we're already the first so I got this from, where is this? I got this from a survival strategy handbook. Okay, I got this from a survival strategy handbook. This is, I guess, what's giving to the therapist. Okay, so let's go over it. It's basically entitled Surviving a Relationship Breakup, 20 strategies. So we're going to go into them because, again, I was looking and a lot of them was hitting, and they kept it in conjunction. So I'm here to tell y'all what it said. So let's start. You broke up. It's okay. It might feel like your life is over. It is not. We have, whether it's your first breakup or your fifth or your fifth or your 15th, I don't know. It is never over. As long as you have life and as long as you have air in your breath, you can always move on to a better life with or without somebody. Okay, trying to hold on to someone who don't want you, who kind of want you, who you have to juggle to try to keep them in your life is not sustainable to continuing to have your mental in check. Okay, we see a lot of girls who are out here running behind some nigga who don't want them, and they all a little bit crazy. Now I don't know if they were crazy beforehand or running after, but I sure know running after some nigga who don't want you for 10, 20, fucking 30 years, and he just there because you give him a place to sleep, or because you won't stop calling him, or won't allow him to move on, is not just probably annoying to him, but it is not beneficial to your life and your life force. Okay, and I don't give a fuck if you look like SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm talking about in the face, not in the body. I'm not judging. I'm not body shaming nobody. But I don't even care if you look like SpongeBob in the body and in the face. You do not deserve this, okay? There's always someone out here who will fucking love you. And the goal is to have a man love you more than we love them, because we already know once we put it in, it's it, okay? So if he don't love you from jump more than you love him, you already taking an L. But that's a story for another to do or another topic. So number one is don't fight your feelings. Okay? Don't fight your feelings. It's okay. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be, it says, a breakup is often accompanied by a wide variety of powerful and negative feelings, including sadness, anger, confusion, resentment, jealousy, fear, regret. And it's okay. They said more, but we don't need to go into that. And it's okay. Don't fight your feelings. It's okay. I tell y'all all the time, and I know y'all, a lot of y'all ain't as cold-blooded as me, but I give myself a day. And if I'm really in my emotions over somebody, maybe a week, 2 weeks at max, but like honestly, more like a week to just go through my feelings. And that's another reason why we all have to work on our self-esteem, because the more self-esteem you have, the more you are willing to just be like, you know what, fuck it. Even if let's say the situation was your fault, which probably wasn't, but let's just, because if it was, you probably wouldn't be so fucking upset. But even if it was your fault, at the end of the day, fuck it, okay? Because It was not meant to be. Ain't no coming backs. Okay, ain't no backseas. I'm a firm believer in ain't no backseas. Let's feel our feelings, deal with them, and be able to move on. We cannot allow them to swallow us up and to be ever fucking lasting. Some people be all heartbroken for months, years, and fucking decades. And that is, like I said before, that is completely unhealthy. And if you want to allow some random man, and I know he's important to you in the moment, but at the end of the day, some random man to have you so caught up in losing your shit that you drain your life force, mourning him for years at a time, then babe, you probably need more than me. You need to probably go to therapy. You need to probably go to therapy because it ain't worth it. Because he moving on, he moved on with his life, and you moving on with yours. It is one of the best things that you can do. Okay. Number 2, openly discuss your feelings. Okay. You don't have to feel bad. I know people who, they don't want to say how they feel. They want to keep it all bottled inside, and that's when it stays inside. You are supposed to be able to communicate this and talk to this, not necessarily to that nigga. And could we stop, please, looking for closure? I don't need closure, and you don't need it either. Okay? You just want another reason for that nigga to tell you how much he don't want you and why. And I don't understand why you would want to do that. I don't understand why you would want to put yourself in a position to let some nigga who done tried to break you, break your heart, break you, okay, depending on how it goes, because a lot of these men be trying to break you, to try to give him another opportunity to throw shots at you, to damage your psyche for the next 10, 15 to 20 fucking years, okay? You don't need it. But that's why you have friends. That's why you are supposed to have friends who love you and family who love you. Now, again, don't be dragging your family about this same nigga for years at a time, because at the end of the day, you are supposed to be working through your shit, your trauma, your whatever, to be able to move on. Again, with somebody else or with your goddamn self. It doesn't matter. But given that energy, I saw something recently, and I sent it to my daughter because, teenage stuff. And it said something along the lines of, attention is a very high fucking currency. Right? It's a very high currency. And when people pay, it was talking about paying people attention, right? And even when this man is demolished you, left your life, broke up with you, you heartbroken, it's okay. Like I said, to talk about it, get it out, express your feelings, know what it is, be able to see how you got in this situation to begin with. Again, because we can't see how we got here, we're going to end up here again, okay? To see how we got here, work through our shit, right? But to continuously like I keep saying, giving these people that energy, right? Like I was saying about the meme. It wasn't a meme. It was like a video I saw. Like, paying attention to somebody is more valuable than money a lot of the times. People do a lot of shit in this world. Look at TikTok. Okay, look at a lot of social media just for someone to pay them attention. People will have all the money in the world, but to get someone to pay them attention, or get the masses to pay them attention, they pay a shitload of money for. That energy, that life force that I keep saying that you're giving away, even in jealousy or envy. This is, I'm a teenager, worrying about people. People are paying you attention. They value you, whether they whether they recognize that shit or not. Okay, you're giving them a part of your life force, your energy, your sunbeams, bitch. I don't know. Okay, but to keep sending that energy over to some man who has done you completely wrong, in talking about him and wishing that he called you, and wishing that he saw the value in you and all of this shit, and just constantly going and not letting it go, keeps that nigga up here. You're giving him this time, energy you supposed to be spending on yourself. You know how they talk about sometimes like destiny swap. Y'all ever heard of that? And I truly think like when you put that sort of effort, right, and given, we have examples, and giving these men, giving and doing, whether it's, even if it's just emotional, thought and caring or whatever, you're giving them that energy. They still have their energy because they're not giving it to you, which allows them to elevate. And here you go down because now you're fucking drained because you gave all of your energy, encouragement, and this is even if y'all are together, energy, encouragement, everything you got to this raggedy ass nigga. And to top that, he done broke up with you. And to top that, he done broke up with you. And you still feeding him your life force months and years later? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Three, it says, write out your thoughts and feelings. Some people need to do this. I'm not going to lie and said I haven't done it. Sometimes you need to just get that shit out there. You know what I've seen? And I've noticed sometimes, and I read a lot of them. Y'all see the Reddit posts where women talk about their husbands or their boyfriends and all this weird shit. And yeah, we do know that some of those things might not always be true, right? Somebody might just be making up a fucking fanatical story, right? But some of those posts are true. And you can really tell, especially when you have a woman who is going off, at first she's saying how great her husband or boyfriend is, but it's a problem, right? That's why she's on Reddit. And then she commenced to write out what the fuck he did, and then to give us some backup details. And then somebody in a comment, somebody in a comment might say, can you expand? And she expands. And then eventually somewhere in the comments, someone is like, so you wrote all of this, read it back, edited it, and then you're asking us what you should do? And then the girl always turns around and was like, damn, writing it out and seeing it in black and white chronologically and rereading that shit made me realize, oh, I need to break up with this nigga today, tomorrow, ASAP. I need to, I'm filing divorce. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. So sometimes, a lot of the times, if you're confused, you know how they say, write a pro or con list? Like, write all these niggas write all that nigga cons. Because trust me, there's a lot of them that you have been avoiding and not paying attention to. Stand on business. Write down all them niggas cons. Ask your friend, your sister, your mama, everybody around you that ain't tell you because they know how you was going to act because you was stupid about this nigga. But now since it's over, add them to add to the list of cons. Read out your cons. And tell me why you still think about this nigga 6 months later. Also, real shit. Number 4 says, understanding that breakups are often an inevitable part of dating. And that's just the reality of the world. We get in situations, and I know, the ones who are, I'm young in love, I just want to get married at 19, and you have to know who you are. And again, we're not always the same person throughout our lives. We're definitely not the same person throughout our lives. We got a bunch of phases that we go through. And sometimes a person might work out for now and they don't work out in the future. You never know what life has in store for you. You may want something out of your life and then they don't, or vice versa. And do we want to just stay with somebody for the sake of staying with them? Because I already been with them 3-4 fucking years. So now I'm gonna latch myself or agree to some shit that I didn't want to do just to say that I can have a fucking man. A man is the easiest shit to fucking get in this world. There is no need to attach yourself to a situation that ain't gonna last. Or just understanding that sometimes people just fall out of love, like sexual compatibility, and you don't need a reason to not want to be somebody. That's why I be with somebody. That's why I keep telling y'all as well, y'all don't need fucking closure. Because maybe that person just don't fucking like you no more. And that's fine. But guess what? What he don't like, somebody else will fucking love. Maybe that person doesn't like that you put yourself first. Are you going to stop putting yourself first? You're going to stop working to make this person happy? You're going to stop building the life you wanted to build for yourself to make this person happy? No. And sometimes you might just grow apart. No real reason. I just don't want to be with you no more. No is a complete sentence. And it goes vice versa. And it's okay. It's okay. I swear to you, it's okay. The next one is a cool one. Don't personalize the loss, because you don't know. And again, even if you go ahead and cry and the motherfucker attempt to give you all the closure in the world, you don't know if any of that shit is true. And I repeat, what that person might complain about or whatever, someone else would love. It's not a personal attack on who you are. They just ain't interested. And that's fine. Because trying to turn yourself into what you think they are going to be interested isn't helpful for you either. And it ain't going to make them want you. Sometimes it's just that y'all just ain't compatible or aren't compatible anymore. And it's not a personal fucking loss. A personal loss is your life force being wasted on someone for fucking years. That's a personal loss. A personal loss is your kid, your mom, and your dad. It's my kid. Hold on. Teenagers. Anyway, it's not a loss. It's not a loss. I don't care who it is. At some point in your life, it'll be, unless you have allowed this man to damage you, at some part in your life, everybody is just somebody I used to know or date. I mean, all these men, you know what I mean? It's not going to destroy your life. You didn't lose a leg. Number 6, I really like number 6. Oh, I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to like where they're going with this. Prioritize basic self-care. I tell y'all that all the time. I tell my friends this all the time. You are in an emotional state. Let's say you and your little boy, you and your husband. Hold on, I'm turning the camera off for a second. Your whatever break up. You are supposed to every time I told you, I told my homegirl this, she was in a relationship for like 20 fucking years. 20 fucking years. And after we cussed them, went through it and cried, after like a week or two, I was on this chick. Okay, I gave her like a month. I ain't gonna hold you because it was like 20 years. Every time she mentioned this man or being hurt or being anything like that, I sent her ass to her bathroom to go curl her damn hair, to go do a skincare routine. Bitch, do it when you're crying. Do it crying. I don't care. Go paint your nails. Go exfoliate yourself. Every time you get caught up in you want to fall apart and stay in bed all day because some man and broke your heart, or because you're all broken hearted, go do something to better yourself. Prioritize your basic at best. Come on now, self-care. Because a lot of the times we lose ourselves in these relationships. A lot of the times, the things that we loved about ourselves, we lose fucking with men who do shit like this. And this is the time to get who you are back for yourself. Because now you ain't got to be worried about what a nigga think, what a nigga want, what a nigga feel. Fuck a nigga. You can worry about yourself. Putting time and effort. I had to think again. Okay. Time, effort, and your money into your fucking self. We spoke about this the other day, and I told y'all, even when you have children, you have to be able to allot time to yourself. Okay? I don't care how selfish it sounds. I'll be selfish, but at least you have your mind together. A lot, and the older the kids are, a little bit more time, to yourself, even if it's just playing in your fucking hair in the bathroom. Dancing in the fucking mirror. I don't care. But things that bring you joy should be back in your life. Shit, we know a lot of these motherfuckers will have y'all out here stepping on eggshells in your own goddamn house. You lost everything that you loved about yourself. It's time to bring that shit back. I suggest you not lose it in the first place. However, and to keep it a buck, I'm gonna be real with y'all. These men will turn around, break you down, destroy you, tell you he don't like you with the weaves and the thing that he met you with and all this shit, and then tell you that or when y'all breaking up, like he's not attracted to you, he's not this, he's not that. Be who you are. Be what makes you happy. And if he have a fucking problem with it, guess what? He ain't the man for you. If you gotta feel like shit to bring him joy, then that ain't the nigga for you. I don't know how else to say that besides just saying that like that. Okay? Number 7 says get back into a routine. Okay? Okay. Well, I understand what they mean by that. They're saying that, when you're in a breakup or going through shit, sometimes you can, lax on going to the gym, lax on taking care of yourself, lax on getting your work done in school. If you're one of these younger girls and you're in school, lax on doing what you have to do for yourself. You have to keep your routine going. Just like the self-care aspect, you have to keep yourself going. You cannot be all broken and brokenhearted. I saw another video of this woman, just real quick. And I believe she said her husband left her for like a 19-year-old. And she has 2 kids. Like, I don't remember, but I think she was like 4 and like 1 or a newborn, some wild shit like that. And she was like, she could barely get out of bed. And, she takes her kids to school or daycare, and she come home and she falling out. And she she had a interview at her job for a promotion, and she didn't know if she was going to get her promotion because she was falling apart, because she was in bed sleeping and crying 24/7. Again, allot your pain to after work, because he left her with two toddlers, a toddler and a baby, if I remember correctly. And you not going to work, and you not pushing for that promotion that you already knew you were gonna get, is gonna have you and your kids fucked up. Was not lost on me that he left his wife the week before she was getting ready for this promotion, after he done sacked her with 2 kids and she was still pumping. Don't let anybody, let alone a nigga, fuck up your routine, fuck up what you've been working for your whole life. Because when they do, they're going to tell you that's your fault. And the gag is, it kind of is your fault if you drop everything that's important to you for some trash ass nigga shit. I don't give a fuck if the nigga perfect. If you drop everything that you've ever wanted in your life for a man, the gag is, even if he's a decent man, that shows how much you have to work, how much you really got to question, do you really love yourself, if you're able to just drop everything that matters to you for some random nigga. Because you may be in love, but to him, he know he's some random nigga, for some nigga who ain't worth shit. Even if he worth shit, just dropping everything you have, your routine, your life, everything is because, oh, it's just so, my life is over, it's so great, or it's so horrible, I don't know. Then you got to start questioning why you put more effort into relationships than you do yourself. Okay? So let's keep our routines going in a breakup. Try not to be falling apart at work, taking time off. Keep pushing. Matter of fact, focus that mental energy you have. Okay? Like I said, my homegirl was able to focus that mental energy into getting her life where it needed to be. And she's living great by her fucking self. When she didn't think that she could. When she spent the last 20 years thinking she needed this nigga. All she needed was herself. All she needed was to know that she could have pulled that shit off 20 fucking years ago. You know how fucking mad she is at herself? Because the reality of, I'm pulling this shit off and I'm in a better position than I was for the entire of the 20 fucking years I spent pouring into this dog-faced nigga. Living abundantly. Let's continue. Number 9, and I'm going to do this for y'all. Give yourself some slack. It's all right if you fuck up every once in a while. We're human. It's all right if you catch yourself in your emotions crying at work or blanked out at work. Recognize it. Understand that it's okay, but don't dwell in it. Try not to dwell in it. Understand that it's okay. It's okay to feel these feelings, but you can't let it destroy you. You cannot, for your sake and for your children's sake, for your mental fucking health. You cannot let it. The best thing a man can fucking achieve is to have you fucked up for years. Every time he ready to come back, here you go with your open fucking arms. desperate knowing that you want him back while he disrespecting you and playing in your fucking face. That brings joy to these miserable fuckers. Don't give it to him. And even if you do for a minute, if you catch yourself slipping, understand it's okay, but you don't have to. I say this a lot, and I want to reiterate. You don't have to be the same person you were yesterday, last week, last month, or last fucking year, or 10 years, or the last 10 years. You can make a decision to say, you know what, I don't want to. You know what, I'm better than this. You know what, you want to leave? Deucey. Thank you. Appreciate it. The fuck out. Okay. Number 10 is don't lose faith in people and relationships. Now, for a minute, you're going to lose faith. A minute. But like I say all the time, I said this to you. I say this to people that I know in my real life. I have the homegirl I went to the museum with yesterday. She used to come on here a little with me a little bit. And I told y'all her story. There's a video. I told y'all her story about how she came from, where she came from, and thinking about, how certain men are and whatever. But I refuse. We got into a whole argument, okay? And I was just so angry, and I was just really like, I can't believe you about to let this destroy your relationships forever, because she was in a situation and it was fucking bad. And it was fucking bad since jump. And we all knew it was bad. She knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. We all fucking knew it was bad. But the effect, it really had her thinking that was the norm. This is all she gonna get. Like them people who think all men cheat. Of course you're gonna get a cheater. Hello, red blinking fucking sign, you're gonna get a cheater. Or them people who think that all men hit you, blinking sign, you are giving, abusers come to me. I'm not saying that was her situation, but just thinking that, a man is going to do some fucked up shit, and, you're just going to have to accept that he might cheat on you with some shit. And she was angry at me. We stopped speaking for a couple months. It was okay. It was all right. It was okay. But it was and she said this then, and she still say it now. It stuck with her when I told her, you can't let that nigga destroy your happiness forever. You cannot let him can you imagine letting some trash ass Pookie destroy any remnants of happiness or relationship that you might have in your life? Can you fucking imagine giving that nigga, or whatever nigga, that much power over you? Now it struck a nerve. Okay. And I told you, we ain't speak for like a little bit. But then when I got back, my girl was engaged. My girl was pregnant with a baby. My girl been married now for a couple of years, very happily. My girl is pregnant with baby number 2. Hello, living her best fucking life. In comparison to the shit she used to tell me. The shit she used to tell me a couple years ago, how it wasn't possible and how all of them are like that and da-da-da-da. You have to understand, and that's why I keep saying, we have to recognize what is in ourselves that are attracting whatever trash you are receiving. And work through that. Work through how you got here. That's a great thing to do with an ex. How you got in this situation. Yeah, he's a dick. He's a douche. He cheated. He that. He this. He that. But how did you get here, and how did y'all get to this? Because there was a lot of shit you chose to miss or missed. And maybe we need to zoom in on those things and figure out how not to miss that shit no more, so we don't end up back, so we can, before we get caught back up in a fucked up situation, we're able to peep game and recognize when it's time to fucking go. So again, don't lose faith in people and relationships. Just work on, and this is just for people in general, What about you is attracting this bullshit? Is it your man identifying ways? Is it you're letting things slide from jump, or just agreeing with foolish? What is it? And work on yourself. Because again, it's about you. We're gonna be selfish as fuck. Just as human beings, Black women need to be more fucking selfish. Full stop. Not if, not but, not nothing. Full stop. Let go of the hope of you gonna get back together. I don't even know why y'all want to be with your ex to begin with. If y'all broke up, you broke up for a reason. Ain't no get backs. My 15-year, she ain't 15, she's 16. My 16-year-old knows that. Ain't no get backs. Stop letting niggas play in your face. They want to break up with you. They don't know what they want from you. You know what you want from you? Do you know what you want from you? Because it should never be in these niggas' hands or in their fucking control. I don't put my life in no niggas' hands or fucking control. You don't want to be with me? Cool, they lie. You want to be in a relationship and I want to be in a relationship? Then I can't mess with you. Because how am I putting myself in a loser situation? If I want to be in a relationship, which, but if I want to be in a relationship and he doesn't feel the need to want to be in a relationship with me, that's okay. Move the fuck on. I'm not going to play these situationship fucking whatever games if that's not what the fuck I want and what the fuck I'm about. Stop pretending. Stop making it easy for people to treat you as disposable. I was going to say something, but I'm going to chill. Fuck it. Treat they ass as disposable. I am a firm believer in you, and I'm a match your fucking energy. And not to play, because I'm not playing. Not to get something out of you, because I don't want shit from you. If it ain't freely given, you can stick it up your ass. Y'all begging for engagements. Why are you with a nigga that you gotta beg to marry you? Why you with a nigga 10 years? You want to be married and you having niggas. I keep telling y'all, we don't do baby mamas. I don't do them. You want to have a baby on your own? Go to the sperm bank. You wanting to get married and doing everything, that's not how you get married. I don't know why y'all mamas told you that. That ain't how you do it. That's a great. What he gotta marry you for if you doing all the wifely activities with being a fucking with being a situationship? Why do he even have to claim you as his girlfriend if you doing every fucking thing he wants and needs, and he ain't even claiming you as his girlfriend, let alone marrying you? How's that, Sway? So no, let it go. And if y'all were together and it's over, guess what? It's over. That's your opportunity to move the fuck on. You don't let somebody tell you they don't want you twice. You don't ever let somebody tell you they don't want you twice. Because the disrespect you about to receive, you thought it was bad. Oh, bitch, you take that nigga back who ain't want you the first time and see how he treats you. See, y'all know, y'all been through it, or you know somebody who's been through it. Don't play them games. This one. Don't rely on your ex for support or try to maintain a friendship. Oh my God, I can't tell y'all how much I hate when y'all do that. trying to be friends. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have real drama like with my exes or whatever. But I'm not calling them up to be like, hey, how you doing today? You know, if I see them on face, and these are people I've known for years, years. Well, I guess that don't count because I've known them since I was young. But like, it's not oh, we need to like stop trying to keep somebody in your life who don't want to be in your life, and stop allowing a nigga to stay in your life to see if he can move on and find better, and if he can't, so he could come crawling back to you. Stop being so fucking open and have some damn self-respect. If you had self-respect, you'd banging on that nigga. If you had self-respect, you'd roll your eyes and be like, I'm good. We don't need to be friends. Talking to them about your pain. The fuck is wrong with you? Get that nigga hard on. Avoid unhealthy coping strategies. Now, I have been known to dabble in that. And I've had to learn. You know, again, work through your shit and don't be trying to distract yourself with weed, liquor, dick, whatever. Work through your shit so we can deal with it. Because distracting yourself, it's still there. It's still there. It's just in the back, but it ain't leaving. You're not healing. You just want to be like Nana and Boo Boo, but like your hand can't stay in your ears forever. While you're distracting yourself with bullshit that really don't matter, your life is going on. You don't get that time back. I need us to remember our life is one of the most precious items we have. You don't get it back. It says make a list of your ex annoying qualities. I think I said that before. So this is just reiterating what I went further in on. When I said make a list. Write that shit like you writing a Reddit. Why this ain't, you ain't even got to show it to nobody. You ain't even got to show it to nobody. But if you can't be real with yourself, who the fuck is you ever gonna be real with? Stop making excuses. Just see what the fuck is in front of your eyes and understand, I'm heartbroken. Okay. Why am I heartbroken over this trash nigga? You got to figure that shit out. He treated me like this. He did that. He did this. He did that. Then then that makes me like, well, damn. Why am I heartbroken again? It said avoid the temptation to take revenge. Listen, I'm not here to tell you not to take revenge. It depends on what he do. It depends on what he do. I say don't put your life, your energy, your time into all of that. But honestly, it depends on what he did to you. Sometimes you might want to have a little petty revenge. You ain't better than nobody. You don't have to be above it if you don't want to. Don't sit in it. Don't let it fester. Don't let it become everything you think and do and could know. But you ain't got to be better than nobody. You could tell him to go fuck himself. You can go at another video. This girl, she was dating some dude. I don't know if it's real, fake, whatever. It was on Reddit. And he was putting his hands on him. He was pre-med or some shit like that. she was like, then he broke up with her like a week before, I guess, where they was picking him, go to, the schools was picking. And she was like, should I write a letter? Because he has been systematically abusive and degrading, not just to her, but like 2-3 exes. They already, whatever. And then she's like, well, I don't know if that's too much or whatever. All that shit he was doing to you wasn't too much. Him being a doctor, him being abusive, and you letting them know why you should probably think twice about letting this psycho ass, abusive ass, fucked up ass, stealing your money asshole to become a doctor is not doing too much. Send that letter and move the fuck on. Sometimes you got to do that. I have my homegirl. My homegirl is bananas. One time she sent a letter. So she found out it wasn't me. Her friend was messing with somebody who had a wife. It was a whole thing. And was cheating with someone, the wife. It was crazy. But they were like separated, whatever, right? So the wife knew that he was outside, right? Because they wasn't living together, whatever. But she didn't know that he was dating a chick that she thought was her homegirl. So my friend wrote a letter to the wife for her friend, because she didn't want the handwriting to match. Wrote a letter to the wife, was like, oh, well, I was dating whatever, I know y'all separated, but did you know that he is dating, ain't that your homegirl? Me and her got into it. I know, me and her got into it. It was some shit like that. She sent it, and old girl moved on. Listen, I say don't let it swallow you up. But if you need a little revenge, who the fuck am I? I don't know what the fuck that nigga put you through. Want to call the cops? Because he was doing some abusive shit? Call the cops. Tell. Y'all know I'm quick to say tell. Tell on that hoe. It's number 16 on the list. It say examine what you can learn from the relationship. Now, I said this before. I'll say it again. They just reiterating what I've said. So I think I'm good at this because I be saying this stuff without, the list. Figure out what you have to learn from this. It's not just he ain't shit. We get it. He ain't shit. But what can you learn about yourself to make you a better person from this situation in this relationship? What were you dealing with that should have been a deal breaker, but it wasn't? Figure that shit out. What can you learn about yourself from the situation? Because if you ain't growing, you're dying. Oh, it said make a list of all the benefits of being single. Okay. They have a bunch of stuff written down. So let me read a couple. It say you are now much more able to put your own needs first. Okay. You soon have the excitement of dating again. Even though it may feel a little scary. It's true. You will have more control over your daily routine and not have to negotiate with other people, worry about this other nigga, worry about everybody else. You could think about yourself. You can spend more time with friends and family. You can do some traveling because these niggas want to hold you by your ankles, baby. You could choose a job outside. You could do whatever you want. You ain't have to answer. You don't have to answer to nobody and explain your decisions to somebody who ain't gonna turn around and explain his to yours. Okay, and that's just a couple that they have. Oh, the last one says you could be as messy as you want. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. It says perform a closure ritual. I don't know about that, but I'm going to read what it say. At some point in this process of letting go and grieving a loss, it can be very helpful to have a closure ritual. Y'all know I don't believe in closure. This symbolic gesture can be very meaningful if it is well thought out and considered the right timing. This could involve such things as writing a letter to yourself or your ex with your final words regarding the relationship, removing all the photos. Okay. I don't know about sending this nigga a letter, okay? But they're talking about removing all the photos you have of them, deleting them from your phone. You know that chapter when you like, you know what? I'm not doing this. Burning any remnants of things that they had, and just getting rid of them and their energy out of your space, out of your mind, out of your whatever. I don't suggest writing those corny niggas a letter. Write yourself a letter. Matter of fact, reread and re-edit that initial letter that you do with the cons, and edit that. Give us an update like you give yourself an update like you would give Reddit. Give yourself an update. You ain't ever got to show it, but you know. 19 says, remember you can survive on your own. And 20 says, start dating again. Okay, so those were the top 20 suggestions they had. Hold on. Of surviving a breakup with my eloquent, editorial. It looks like crap out here in New York, but I am going to work out. Y'all see the fit. Y'all see the fit. Y'all see the fit. Please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you're going to forget to like it later. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi. I'm Jovi on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. I'm going to run through the comments real quick and then we're going to get up out of here. Okay. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? In the real shit for y'all, especially for y'all PYTs, y'all young ladies. Listen, you ain't gonna remember that nigga name. You gonna feel so heartbroken and shit. You know how much times I felt heartbroken? I don't remember the nigga name. Okay, all right, remember that. His exes would be. Sierra said, heed the warnings of his exes to be, especially when they say he's about his ex, especially when what he says about his exes doesn't sound right. Yeah, she's a bitch, she's horrible. Those are red flags to me. When I was younger, I thought, well, she's a bitch. No, those are red flags. If everybody's a bitch and everybody's a horrible person, guess what? He's the bitch and he's the horrible person. Okay. She said, I'm married and I had to stop pouring into folks. Listen, Sharon. Okay. Listen, if you can't pour into me, you know what I can't do? Pour into you. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And like I said, drop a donation is thoroughly appreciated. Let me continue so we can get up out of here. That's a one line. She said, they're a want, not a need. They realize that we realize it now. We were fine before we met them. We will be fine after. Yes, they are a want, not a need. Okay. What do you need them for? To get on your nasty nerves, to have sex. Sex is easy. Like for real. She said half the time when they come back to get that old thing back, they don't look as fine as you think. They don't. When they come back, we've all been there. Then you start noticing shit that you didn't notice before. You thought their dick was dicking. And now you like, did it shrink? Now you like, what happened? Did I? Now you start seeing like, wait a minute. What's up with this? What's up with that? You start noticing shit. Hell no. Charlie said, I left a toxic codependent narc relationship, kicked him out of my house. Shout out to you, Charlie. Shout out to you. Sherry said, I'm trying to do it and he is so evil. Girl, run. You can do it. Okay. I know it seems like I can't. You can. You're gonna have to take a leap. I don't know your life, but you're gonna have to figure it out. Take a leap and get the fuck away. Might have to get a new job. Might have to up jump the book. You got kids? If you don't have kids, you really not stuck, girl. If you ain't got kids, then you really not stuck, girl. Up jumps the boogie to the boogity beat. You know. You know. Um Welcome Charlie to the beauty school, y'all. Um I would say Sierra gave a nice friend I was gonna say something, no matter, of helpful tips, rekindle friendships. We know a lot of our friendships could suffer. I am a firm believer in holding on to your friendships for dear life, especially when shit going to shit. That's why I'm always the one to say tell. I told my friends, my family, I told you don't want nothing to happen to you. And people, or like, yeah, when you finally are ready to go, people are blindsided and shocked by what's going on. No, those are the people who are going to help you get the fuck up out of there. It's going to be your homegirls in them, your family in them. She said, yes, use Pinterest. I need to get back on Pinterest. I am on Pinterest. I've been on Pinterest since Pinterest was Pinterest, but I am going to get back on Pinterest and I'm going to start posting more stuff on there as well. Um, I matched the energy. Sweetest girl said I matched the energy, and that motherfucker was begging for mercy. That's how I got up out of that situation. Yeah, I give you it is not when they say you got to be a bitch. The people who get loving decency from me all the time, well, majority of the time, are like my friends and like my family. A nigga can't get that shit out of me. I have learned through trial and error. My mama used to say this growing up. And, I wanted to think my mama was wrong. I told y'all a million times. I wanted to try to prove her wrong. She would tell me my love by treatment. All right? They love by treatment. You treat men too good, that's when they out here cheating on y'all. Y'all cooking, rubbing feet, doing all this shit. I'm cussing up a storm and I'm getting more than you. I'm not saying, but I am giving you the energy. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. Say some slick shit out your mouth. I'm gonna go. I'm not better than it. I ain't none of that shit. Say some slick shit. Niggas know better than to say some slick shit out their mouth to me. Cause I'm gonna be like, who the fuck you talking to? That's how I give it up. And I'll go off and I'll make you feel this big. If you don't like it, I could leave, nigga. I call Uber right now. I could leave. I could go. Who you talking to? And after they like children. Don't be no doormat. Exactly. Thank y'all. Please don't forget to like, follow, and again, subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. It is thoroughly appreciated. Okay. Y'all already know. What? Charlie, we don't even play them games over here, Charlie. Charlie, you need to go back into the playlist and you need to go off. Okay? Charlie, I don't give no nigga no money. What? Charlie, no. Charlie, you found the right place. We're gonna get you together, okay? Money. She about lump sum. She talking about lump sum. Baby, I can't even pay for an Uber with a straight face. You heard me say I call an Uber. That's when I'm like, fuck you, pay me. And but I'm probably calling the Uber with the money you gave me anyway. Oh my God. He wastes his time. Oh, wait, what did it say? Yes. If he wastes his time, life, and blessing, he will waste yours. But and he will purposely waste yours. They know they wasted their lives and they want you to be fucked up too. That's why they trying to grab us by the ankles. That's why these men are running around talking about college education don't mean shit, because they need to hold you by the ankles. Because can a trash nigga really hold you by the ankles? If you thought better of yourself, let's keep it above. If you put that effort that you putting into every fucking body else into yourself, could he really hold you down? Could he really hold you back? If you was on some, it's about me. That energy you pouring into his bullshit, you poured into yourself. That time, that thought, that consideration into yourself and the people who do it, into your friends, because they do it for you. And I saw somebody, I don't know who it was, that said they don't have no friends, a lot of friends. Men, situations like that are the reasons why a lot of women don't have friends. That is a setup, right? You might have had a friend and you fucked up your friendship, so you will be alone. Because when you don't have nobody to bounce things off of, you start thinking the horrible shit they saying makes sense to you, right? It's the isolation tactic. Or he peeped game. Something is there that you didn't have no friends even before him. He peeped that. She ain't got nobody. If you don't have nobody, you don't need to date. I ain't gonna hold you. If you don't have a sister, a cousin, a fucking friend, some good work home girls, you probably should be pouring more into yourself. And find like-minded women who are poor selfish in that aspect and pouring into themselves as well. Because without a strong core, whether that's strong a family, friendships, people who really give a fuck, these men could put you in a real fucked up situation and you don't even know it. And gaslight you. And who are you I'm tingling. I started tingling. It's time to go work out. Oh shit. Y'all know I'll be drinking a regular one. This shit, what is this? It's cherry. I don't promote them because they don't pay me. But the tingle, I just started tingling in the arm. Oh. All right. Let's keep going. Sierra said, I broke up with my ex in 2019 due to him not going for his goals alone and making excuses. It does not sound stupid. What do you mean? If he can't he's supposed to be putting his, how he want to be head of any household? That's what they want to be, right? They want to be, I'm a man, I want the big piece of chicken. You want the big piece of chicken and you can't even follow through on your fucking goals. You think a man who can't follow through on his goals in life, his goals, not yours, his goals, is going to support and appreciate you following it through on yours? Hell no. That's the type of man Sierra done saved herself, because that's the one that gonna hold her by her ankles and would have dragged her to the pits of hell. That's the kind of dude that every time she had a promotion, like the story I told, it was some bullshit. I went through that. Oh, that was one of the things back when I was, married to the devil. Anyway, couldn't figure his shit out. I went to school with this girl, and she was randomly, and I knew it was something, but caught up in stupidity and youth, I wasn't thinking. She was like, and she was married, another black girl. Ain't too much black girls at the, whatever, but another black girl. We used to be sitting out in front of school, chilling in between classes or during break or whatever. And she was like, she's like, I don't mean to be rude, but like, I've noticed that every time we're about to have a test or midterm or something, because we was in the same program, so we took a lot of classes together. That's your husband, that he be calling you and you end up getting into it, and I see you and you look like you getting aggravated, you getting into an argument. And I was like, damn. One time I even broke my phone. That's back in the day when we had the flip phones. I had a pink Razor, baby. When I told you, I cracked that bitch. I was going through finals, crazed out my mind, already going through shit with him, calling me, trying to distract me because he couldn't figure out his education. Even I paid for a couple of semesters. Jesus, why did I do? Whatever. We were married. Ain't no take backs. And still couldn't figure out his shit. Always was an excuse. And I was bang, 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 bang. And every fucking, she told me that, and it every time, and it clicked with me every fucking time. Every time, like 10 minutes before any sort of test, it was a problem. This nigga calling me with some sort of bullshit. Every fucking test. Every one. Every fucking one. So they do that. Don't let them. He was using y'all talk about these cancer men. Oh, y'all know who I was talking about, based on, because I've told this story before. I told that story before. Who was? She said, "Oh, he was the type of guy that a lot of girls go for, but he knew me since middle school. He liked me, but I never liked him. Looking back, I'm like, how did we happen? He's a Sag." I'm not today. I'm gonna make this short. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna come back around to that, Sierra. A next video, a next day. Oh, girl. Oh my God. This sound like trauma. Okay, I don't even want to. This sounds like trauma, girl. She said, "Your girl, I kicked him out my tarot read." What? Yo, y'all, okay. Listen, be bold. Okay. Thank you. It's a set. Guess what I did, y'all, yesterday? I'm probably gonna make a video about it, but guess what I did? The first time I've ever done this, and oh my God, I'm probably gonna show y'all the next time I do it. I made flaxseed gel. Because y'all know I took the hair out. I've had it in for a while. I did switch it out, but I kind of had it in for a while. I have a lot of hair growth, especially in the back where everything was thing up. The leave out part, but I made flaxseed gel to use, as moisturizer. When I say it is fluffy. It's fluffy. But we'll get into that another day. I'll probably make a little video on how I made it or whatever. But yeah, it's I like the way it feels in my hair. I like how squishy it makes my hair. It's not dry, because I had the weave in for a little bit. So just keeping my hair extra moisturized. That's why I have it. It's going to be under something. I'm probably gonna do a braid out in like a week or two, but now I just want to let it sit and rest on my head. Okay. Okay. One of our subs says she's getting Botox. Girl, do whatever you have to do to make you feel good about yourself. If that's what you want to do it. The fuck? Do it. For you. Not for him, though. For you. So you can be like, so you can walk back. Like Meg Thee Stallion said, I walk around naked just to look at my own posterior. Damn right. I do. Every time I be like, girl. Every once in a while. Nah, I'm lying. All the time. I'm walking around naked just to look at my own posterior. That's some real shit. Okay. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here. Please don't forget to like this video. If you are coming in late, make sure, or watching at the when on the replay, make sure to hashtag replay gang and beauty gang. Okay. And remember, all donations are thoroughly appreciated to the site, whether they're Cash App, Super Chats, PayPal's, I got Zelle, all that stuff. Okay. It is thoroughly appreciated. She said, yeah, you saw me, right? I was talking that situation. Yo, the energy drinks be having me. I have a whole new brand on the fridge. I'm trying to finish these. Because, I don't like to just throw everything in the fridge. So I could like replace them. But like these got me twitching. The other one, they say you're not supposed to be twitching that much. But I be twitching. I be twitching. All right, so let's get up out of here. All right, yeah. So we're gonna get out of here. Okay. So we're gonna get out of here. Again, I appreciate you all for coming. As always, I hope you live your life like it's golden. There's no other way to live it. Don't forget to share, follow, and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow at noon. I was gonna say tomorrow at 6, but I'll see if I can do both. I'll see if I can do both. But I'll definitely see y'all tomorrow at noon. And as always, I hope you live your life. I said it before. Later.